Right. So normally I'd ask somebody to introduce themselves, but I don't think we need to.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Wong, I'll just call you Justin.
Yeah.
What do you think of Europe so far?
In terms of like players or in terms of just Europe?
Just generic, like I know you haven't seen much of the city probably because you only got here Thursday, but like what's your general impression? Is it what you expected it to be?
Yeah, I expected it to be like this because I watch like movies, and, sometimes they film in Europe, and I really like it here. And it's sad that I gotta go home because like the weather's really good, and like the infrastructure of buildings is really nice, and like the people are nicer than people in America. Um, Chunkus, Dominic, he emailed me and asked if I was interested in coming to London. Trip paid for it. I was like, oh, I've never been to Europe before, so yeah, I will. And that's how I got here, basically.
The last time we talked, you told me about how you broke down CVS2, and you told me the game is mostly about waiting, being patient. And I was wondering, have you done that with other games? Did you break them down to like the bare minimal basics?
Well, see, CBS2 is more patience, and like ST is all about knowledge. To me. Like, the more you study about the game, the more you be good at it. And Third Strike, there's really no breaking down. It's just, oh, if you flip a coin, you guess right, you win.
That seems to be the dominating opinion, that it's very luck based, a lot of guessing. But then how would you explain the same people being at the top all the time?
Well, because like there's still tiers in the game. Like there's not every character is balanced. So if you guess right with like Remy, okay, cool. But if I guess right with Chun-Li, ouch,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Yeah, that's your point. So, what do you think of the level of Third Strike here in Europe? At least the players you've played here.
It's well, all the players, some players are really good, like Ryan Hart and Zach. Like they're probably like Ryan Hart, Zach, are probably like the really good two people here, and everyone else is like right below them. But it's a lot better than like the East Coast. But like West Coast is a lot higher than here. But East Coast is really not like, they're still coming up, but they're not like really good yet.
So you think it's just a matter of time before they catch up?
Hope so, but I don't see Third Strike lasting that long after this year.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna basically start over.
I have a fear that this year might be Third Strike's last year at SBO. Do you think that might happen? Do you think they might kick it off?
A lot of people in Japan has been telling me that this is the last year for Third Strike because they're gonna have to put Street Fighter 4 in SPL.
And one game has to be dropped.
Yeah, and Third Strike has been there for like I think 7 years already, so they have to like change it.
So how often have you been to Japan?
2 times, and I'll be going my 3rd time for SPO this August.
So you qualified. KO Fiend was on your team.
Yeah,
Who else?
My Third Strike team, I qualified was KO Fiend from New York and Gutex from Family Fun Arcade.
Okay.
And I also qualified for Super Turbo with NKI. And he used to live in Japan, but then now he lives in St. Louis. So he has pretty good Japanese experience.
You've played a couple of epic matches that I'm sure will go down in history. Games like that Perry video where you played Daigo at Evolution. One of my personal favorites is when you played Kuroda at SBO, when it just seemed like it was gonna go the other way, and then he turned it around with a big combo. And I mean, how does it feel to basically be remembered in a situation in which you didn't lose? Because I mean, everybody knows you're a really good player, but they're always going to remember that one time you lost.
It's because everyone hates on me. Like that's what it is. Because people in America they like me as a person, but they don't like me when it comes to video games. Because no one likes a person that wins all the time. Everyone wants to see something new. You know, like if I won in Japan, everyone would be cheering for me. Like, oh my god, because I'm new. If I won in Japan, it would be new. But if it's in America and I win, it's like, oh, just like
it's him again.
It's expected, If someone like upsets me, it's like the end of the world.
So in Japan, you'd be considered the underdog, basically.
Yeah, when the first year I went to SBO, I didn't qualify for Dirt Strike in America.
You went to the last chance qualifier.
Yeah, I won the last chance qualifier in Japan, and then that was like, after I did that, everyone in Japan always talks about me like I'm some sort of god, but it's like not really. I'm just like I just know how to play the game pretty well. Well, I kind of like, it's like when I play any type of new fighting game, I bring the basics of what I know of another fighting game first in order to learn how to actually play that game. Like, if I'm playing, if I know how to play Dirt Strike, then I'm trying to learn how to play CVS 2. Like, I would know that, well, first thing I'll probably do is pick P-Groove. So I would learn the basics of that, parry engine, you know, like, but there's no super cancels, but I have all my supers. And after I learn how to play the basics of the character, and then I start mixing around with like other grooves from what I see from people. Like, you know, like X copying is also an important factor when you're trying to learn a new game. And just bringing games in general, like it's like that, because CVS2 is probably like closer to like Super Turbo than Dirt Strike. So you obviously know like Super Turbo, it's a basically space-based fireball game. So CVS2 is basically space, but not really throw fireballs a lot. It's all space-based.
Yeah, I saw you just now. You were playing Yamazaki, and there was a lot of very controlled play, spacing, a lot of jiggling, walking back and forth with Sagat. Is that basically how CVS2 should be played in tournaments when you need to be, I guess, more conservative? Do you see that as being the way you should play?
Well, if you're playing C group, you have to play like that because it's a very defensive group. But if you're playing what like Yamazaki plays with K group, it's a very aggressive group. Like you have to play aggressive. So it kind of collides with offensive and defensive. So like if I play K group, I would just probably be in your face also, you know. But usually, in my opinion, like the thing that works best is C group because K group can't win. K group can win in the beginning, but it can't win in the long run because you'll obviously figure out what to do against it. The C group is so safe and like solid, you can't really break it down as easily as K group. Street Fighter 4, I was playing a lot more today, and the game is still very simple and basic. It's like ST, but just a little nudge up. Like it's not advanced at all yet, at least. But and there's like they have like useless type of techniques like that thing where you press medium pick together.
Focus attack.
Like the focus attack, the focus cancel is good.
Yeah.
The focus attack is no good. It's like pointless. Like why do you have it there? But the focus cancel is good, and that's the only deep thing about the game, the focus cancel. And
but that's basically combo wise, because
you're not gonna you'll never get it off because okay, like someone tried to focus cancel with me, right? I jump in, they focus cancel, right? So it's parry. Then they're about to swing, I press low short, right? It's follow up,
right, and
it just beats it. So what's the point of having a focus attack if 2 hits beats the thing? Like okay, you have super armor first hit. After that, it don't work anymore. And then, well, the arcade community in the States is dead. There's only 2 arcades. One in New York, well 3. One in New York, one in Texas, and one in California. And since the US is so big, every other state, they play on console. So I don't think they're gonna play online unless like the online server gets really good. But everyone's just gonna have sessions at someone's house and just play on console like that. If you can't find the players, then you're forced to play GGPO. But as long as you like network with like all the people around the world, and someday you'll be like, oh, I'll take a trip out there. Let's play some games. And then you already have like a session right there. But it's gonna take longer than your average. I'm gonna take a bus or a train for 10 minutes, and then I'm at my friend's house and I'll play some games. But GGPO works, but not to full extent because you can't play like today's tournament games, except for ST and Dirt Strike. But Dirt Strike's really not that good in my opinion. ST is like the only perfect tournament game that's online.
Thanks for the interview, and have fun with the rest of the tournament.
All right,
thank you.
Wait.